Hey everyone, this is Paul Gale from PaulGaleNetwork.com, and thank you for joining me today for video game news. It is November 7th, 2020, and these are the top stories of the day. To kick things off, I have an update for you regarding The Witcher on Netflix with Henry Cavill. You know, it was just a week ago where I reported that production was going to go from outdoors to in studio, but that at least season 2 was underway. Well, unfortunately, at this time, season 2 is halted due to multiple COVID-19 diagnoses amongst the crew. Now, the main actors, including Henry Cavill, are okay for now. Hopefully that remains to be the case and that nobody else gets infected on the production side of things, or actors, writers, anybody, correct? But as of now, several members of the on-crew set do have coronavirus, and just to be careful to not spread it, things are temporarily coming to a halt. I'm sure that the season will come out. Things will just be delayed, and once things hopefully get healthier in the world in this situation, we will see more of Henry Cavill and crew in The Witcher, hopefully sometime in 2021. But yeah, part of me isn't too surprised because that's just the nature of the virus. You know, it spreads. Work has to go on, but it's not exactly the case that you could wear a mask on set if you are behind the, if you are in front of the camera, right? If you're behind the camera, you could, but even still, close proximity, people can still pass it on depending on your age and your existing health status. You know, it could be more or less serious for you, but that's another story. But I understand why they're taking precautions. Moving along into some better news, I guess, for the day. Tales of Symphonia. This is a really cool series, and it's actually celebrating its 25th anniversary. And we got a little report, courtesy of Gamatsu, where we've learned that there will be a live stream coming up soon, which will feature game development stories and anecdotes with producers who have worked on the Tales of series. We will get some discussions centered around user questions and survey responses. The latest information on the Tales of series mobile games, events, anniversary goods, and more will also be announced. Now, the more is what I'm excited of. Could we get a new Tales game? Could we get a Tales of Symphonia HD remake, remaster kind of epic treatment, since that was a really popular game and to this date might still be one of the most beloved entries in the franchise, if you ask longtime fans. But everyone's got their own favorite Tales of game, but that one kind of holds a special place with me, with Lloyd Irving. But that's exciting news to hear. So happy anniversary to Tales of, and hopefully we see something of it soon. Moving along, sorry, I got a little tongue-tied there. It was just a couple of days ago that I provided you with a really incredible list of all of Nintendo's top best-selling games. But what about the games that aren't in the top 10 or are not in the top 12? Well, here we have an updated list with 1-2 Switch, seeing how well that's doing with 3.3 million. ARMS, new IP, almost at 2.5. Astral Chain, fantastic action game, 1.1 million. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, 1.5. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, 2.9. Really good seeing that one. Fire Emblem 3 Houses, 3 million. Also great. Kirby Star Allies at 3.1. Mario Tennis Aces at 3.3 almost. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 The Black Order at 1.1. Nintendo Labo, Toy-Con 1 specifically, at almost 1.4. Octopath Traveler Outside of Japan, almost 1.7. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX, 1.4. Pokemon Tournament DX, outside of Japan at least, at 1.8. Super Mario Maker 2, almost at 5.9. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, almost 4.6. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at 2 million, and Yoshi's Crafted World at 2,090,000. This list is coming to us from Reset Era, so thank you Reset Era for providing us with this look at what exists beyond the top 10 in Nintendo's world of top best-selling games. It's a solid list, and it really is impressive how many million sellers exist currently on Nintendo Switch. I'm really happy that like I mentioned earlier, this one in particular, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, got extended life at 2.93 million because, you know, it did fairly well on Wii U, but here it's pushing 3 million, and hopefully in the holidays it could continue because that's a game that deserves to be played by as many people, in my opinion, as something like Super Mario 3D World. This is just a fantastic game. And also worth noting, Fire Emblem Three Houses at 3,020,000 actually makes it the #1 best-selling Fire Emblem game to date. So hopefully that series continues to get higher and higher because Three Houses was also just great. Lady Edelgard, in particular, my favorite. Moving along, got some PlayStation news to discuss. And it may seem like bad news on both ends, but I want to clarify what this means. You might have heard lately that there are several stores reporting that PlayStation 5's, the demo units in stores, are overheating, and that customers are seeing this. And this doesn't bode well for a new console that's about to come out in just a week, and the product's overheating in stores? Overheating after just a week of use? What's that to say for me when I put it in my entertainment system and play it for, a month or two? First of all, it could just be that the online stores, well, not online stores, but these stores don't have the best kiosk setup. The PS5 could be behind glass in an enclosed area, not getting enough breathing room. We've got a big fan working. We have proper vents on PS5. Sony took a lot of time and resources into the engineering of the console to help distribute airflow. So I don't doubt that it's a machine that can expel a lot of heat. After all, even in the laid out horizontal mode, it's actually lifted. So the bottom of the whole system isn't flush with a ground object. It's not flush with your table or your desk or whatever. It's actually raised slightly on this little disc. And of course, if you're vertical, then there's even less physical surface area of the console that's touching. Well, actually, in that case, vertical appears to have a little bit more surface area because technically there is no surface area touching in horizontal mode due to that disc. But regardless, airflow doesn't seem to be a problem, despite there being some pretty beefy components inside. At least I don't think the airflow is a problem. I want to give Sony the benefit of the doubt and say that, in most people's cabinets, as long as it's not closed, if it's open air, open breathing room, the system will do fine. I guess there is a little bit of reasonable caution that people could have, and that's why some people might not buy one at launch. You may want to wait, and see 3 months, 6 months in, when prices are, stable. You don't have to, look for one online because they're all sold out, and you can just wait a few more months, play something else on another system. Let those first several million go out and see how they're faring after 3 to 6 months. Are people really suffering from a lot of overheating issues? Or was it just a couple of isolated incidences in stores? Hopefully for Sony's case, it's the latter. Just some stores, not the best setup. But I didn't want people to worry so much that these things are going to be, bricked at launch and not work at home within the first week. Possible, but I'm going to say probably not too likely. But you never know. Things happen. And the other thing regarding PlayStation 5 in the news today is that Sony said officially it won't be available in stores, but rather online only until 2021. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't be able to get a PS5 from any, let's say Walmart, Best Buy, Target that you walk into, but you'll have to order it online. So they're not going to just have PS5s readily available, at stores, on their shelves. You could walk in, go get one, and leave. Probably due to the pandemic, crowded places, people rushing, avoiding that extra holiday pressure of people trying to line up and crowd into small places with coronavirus, with COVID-19 out there in the world. So that's understandable. But you'll still be able to pick one up in a store. But you technically have to, go through a couple of more loops online. That could be frustrating for some because online you have that hiccup of people bombarding the site and everybody, refreshing at the same time. So that could be a little issue. But if you want a PS5 and you're one of the several million to, have pre-ordered or get lucky enough by within the next 7 weeks of the year or so to get one online, well, a little bit of luck, I guess, is on your side then. But otherwise, you'll be okay if you wait into 2021 and hopefully with a healthier world, go in store, get one, and not have to deal with the whole online setup. But we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to ease your minds a little bit that it's not like it's not available. It's not like it's a stocking problem. It will be continuously restocked in stores, just you have to order it online. That's what that meant. And finally, in video game news today, what am I showing you here? Something that I'm pretty proud of. I'm really proud of. This is exciting. I'm not going to scroll any lower, but I'm going to explain to you what I have before me. Julia Rose has an online magazine known as Shagmag. This in particular is a November 20th issue. Now, this is issue number 21. Julia started this magazine, an adult magazine, if you couldn't really guess, back in 2019. This is the November issue. Every issue features her and a special guest. Nowadays, it has her, a special guest, and another model, a hometown model that's providing some photos. This is an adult magazine. There is nudity in it. There is language to be expected of rated M for mature or rated R films, video games, etc. But why am I talking about this? Well, as of the November 1st, 2020 issue, there's a partnership involved between Shagmag and Paul Gale Network. So if you are of the proper age and audience, in the November 2020 issue, you will see that there is an article of Paul Gale Networks, and it is relating to the top 5 best games of November that I recommend the Shagmag audience. So this is a special partnership between PGN and Shagmag, and we're going forward, and monthly you will see from me articles written for Shagmag, video game related stuff. So I think this is an awesome opportunity for both of us because I've been in the video game industry for many years. Shagmag is starting off. This is already a great magazine. There's more than just, nude female photos, but they go into sports, they go into exercise, they interview guests, they go into music and various charts, and now they've got video games in their monthly magazines that you could see online. So I won't reveal what my top 5 were for November. Paul Gale Network will still operate individually on my website, in my personal training, in my martial arts, in my stock market analysis, my YouTube videos, my creative videos, and so forth. However, now with a new partnership with Shagmag and Julia Rose, which I'm very happy to be working with, you will see some of my work elsewhere. So if you're of the right age, check it out. You could go to shagmag.com and you could sign up monthly. You could sign up for the whole year and get a very nice discount, or you could go on the Patreon page. Going forward, it looks like going to shagmag.com directly is going to be the most financially wise thing to do, because in particular, if you're interested in this magazine, whether it's for my work or for the models to see women naked, or to read other articles from interesting perspectives and whatnot, definitely the 1-year plan seems to be the way to go. But I'm very happy with this partnership. I don't want to show you my article itself because, well, that's not the right place to do the right thing to do at the time. I'm not going to scroll down. My audience that watches my videos doesn't include just people 18 and up. So I'm cautious of that. So if you are of the proper age, like I said, check out shagmag.com. It's pretty awesome. And you can also follow Julia Rose. She's on Twitter. She's on Instagram. And yeah, that's about it. So that's really exciting news. I didn't say this a month ago. I could have told you in October that this is something that's on the way in development to expect. I could have also told you on November 1st, but I thought I'd wait a little bit and stuff like that. So it's November 7th now. We're 1 week into the issue being out, and I'm hearing some positive feedback from people that like the new video game contribution, and people are messaging me like, "Hey, Paul Gale, I didn't know that you were doing this now." Well, yeah, I am. And now I could publicly talk about it, and I'm happy, and I appreciate the support of Shagmag and Julia and everybody involved in there, including Vivian, for one. So that's my exciting news. That's part of video game news today. Pretty unique, huh? You won't find this information anywhere else on the internet. I guarantee you that. All right. Thanks for watching. This is PGN signing out. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take it easy. And I will see you next time for more video game news with Paul Gale Network. Have a good one. Bye.